Hi guys! So this is Shweta and welcome back to Doodle Shoodle Workshop Day 7. Yes, I know that you have enjoyed yesterday's session and hence today we'll be doing something fun as well. So let's get going and let's see what is today's topic. So we will be doing object drawing. Yes, it is. That's what we're doing today. Okay? Now, what happens is that we learn how to do characterization, postures, hands, legs, even lettering. But then, when we have to add doodles to our stories, doodles to our artwork, we generally get stuck in between whether to write more or doodle the objects more. Understanding? So in this case, I am going to tell you that in your artwork, it is very important that you doodle out the objects more than what you write. Yes, so let's see how we'll be doing that. We'll be doing something really simple stuff right now, but I will give you an idea of how to do it. By now, I know that you have become an expert in doing doodling and in drawing different designs and doing the line work, patterns, and etc. But let's give it a go once again. Okay? Now, what happens in the object drawing is that you don't have to complicate the object. Instead, you just have to follow the line of it. Okay? So you can draw actually any object that you want. Okay? So let's try and see if we can do this. I'm going to be drawing this pen. Okay, so I'm keeping this pen over here and I'll be observing this pen and I will do only and only line work of this pen. Okay, so there are no tricks and tips over here, but just follow the line. Okay, so let me draw this portion of the pen first. So probably I'll go with a line like this. Then there is another line down over here. Okay. Later on, I see there is this line on my pen, which is a curve. So I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay. And later I see there is a protruding behind this area. Okay, this area is protruding outside. So I'm going to draw, looking at it, the line of this protruding area, and there's this curvy thing over here. Okay, so we go like this. So I have drawn the lower part. Let's draw the cap part. Okay. It goes like this. The cap is showing me a line like this if I observe this line, and later I have line like this. The top part is this way, and then I'm going to join this part. It is this line. Then I can see this part where the number is written. Very difficult to show, but let's try it once. Okay, you got an idea. Yes. Okay, so this is the part where the number is written. So what I will do, I am going to protrude this a little outside. So I'm going to take it a little outside over here, like this. Yes. And then there is this attachment over here. So I'm going to look at the line work. This line, and it's a slant. So this, this sort of a thing. And then if I want to give maybe a line like this, which is written over here, you will write blah blah blah, whatever you want to write. Maybe I could write something like this. It's written 0.8 mm. I don't have to go into the nitty-gritties. And I am done drawing a pen. Yes? Wasn't that easy? Have a look at it once. Okay? Now, I am going to draw a few things which I see around me right now. Okay? So I see a pencil. Now what I will do, I'm going to draw a pencil but little doodly style, okay? So how we'll do this? Let's see. So here is the pencil, okay? So I'm going to observe this pencil. I'm going to draw something out. So maybe I'll keep it, let's say, this way in front of me. I'll draw it here, this side, looking at it, okay? But I'm going to draw and give it some exaggeration, guys. So observe the exaggeration that I'm trying to do over here, okay? I'm going to draw the two lines first. One. अभी pencil तो बहुत पतली है, it's got 0 figure, but I want it to be double XL. So I'm going to draw a little fatty pencil. Fat people are good, they're very nice, they're very warm. Yes? And then later, I won't give that big of a length right now over here. If you want, you can go ahead. I'm making a very small one. Okay, so maybe something like this sort of. Something like this. And then I'm going to give the lower part now, the lower part of the pencil. So I'm giving the lower part like this, and the nib also is there. So I will probably draw one line and color it off like this. Okay, so you have to do it like so. Okay, then I see there is a white stripe over here, and then there is this black thing going upwards. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. First of all, I'll draw the white stripe over here. Yeah, so I'm drawing a white stripe sort of a thing, something like this. I am taking this further on the top, and I am kind of joining this so it becomes this part. So guys, I am making it a doodle sort. I'm not really doing it the way I did for the pen. So I showed you two ways. One, how you can do by looking at the objects in front of you the same way, or else you can have the object placed in front of you and you can exaggerate it. Yes? So what you can do, maybe I want to give another line over here. I'm not happy with too much of space, and my line has got slant because of the camera setting. Guys, I genuinely blame the camera setting. You have no idea how I'm doing this. So probably I'm going to color this off so it doesn't look weird. I'm going to color this off so this also doesn't look weird. Yes? Okay. Now I'll draw these black lines which is coming from the top to the bottom. So what I'll do, I'm going to connect this line and this line. Okay, so I've connected these lines, but I'm not happy with the space. So I'm going to connect these lines also. These lines. Yes? So I've drawn a pencil. Yeah? Now I can see a lamp in front of me. So let's see how I'll draw the lamp. That's my table lamp. It's got this thing coming out. Okay? And now it's got another thing like this. Now I can see the line work. It's going this way, like this, and then there is this bulb coming out from here, and then it's got a base, something like this. Yes, and it is throwing light, so I'm just drawing these lines. Yes, so that's how I'm going to do the object doodling. Either you can exaggerate like I've done with the pencil. I really love this kind of object doodling. Or else you can go ahead and do the same kind of object like I've done for this, You can go ahead and keep trying anything that you want, okay? Now let's see if I want to draw, okay, let's pick this up. I want to draw this pair of shorts. So something like this, yeah. And later I have it's something like this. It's got this fold over here, so I'll draw a fold sort of a thing. Over here also it's got a fold, so I'm drawing a fold. Yes, so this is how my fold is done. Now it's got two pockets, so I'm going to draw just two lines over here, nothing much. Yes, and then I have this nada kind of a thing coming out, so I might just draw this. And I'm done with drawing a pair of shorts. Yes, wasn't that easy? Isn't this going so damn easy? Yeah? Okay, let's draw a few more. Now I have this small mini basket sort of a thing, which is used as the marker holders and the pen holders and pencils and whatnot. It holds everything. So I'm going to draw this sort of a basket thingy. Yeah. Since I said it's a basket, it's got this thing, the handle. Yeah. Now I'll have some pens inside this. I'm going to draw a few pens and markers which are kept in a certain way. Okay, so I'll just draw the ones which are at the front. Something like this. And I have a brush sort of a thing also in it. Okay, now I don't just have 5 items inside, I have tons of things over there. So maybe I can draw my ruler, which I can see. I will draw the ruler behind it like this. I have another pen which has a round base. It's a marker, so I might show it like this. Yeah. Then I have another pen which goes this way, and then I have another thing that goes this way. Yes, all these are having caps, so if you want you can show the caps over here like this. Yes, this is kept ulta. This is a brush. Cap, 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 cap. If you want to make it more dense, you can go ahead and add something at the back like this. Another cap. Maybe now it's time for you to draw a pencil-y sort of a thing. So maybe something like this. Yeah, you can go ahead and keep making it as cluttered as you want or as empty as you want. It's totally up to you. Okay? So you can go ahead and, like shuffle everything inside. Alright, I can see a palette. Let's draw a palette. I have a palette which is very small and cute. And every kid has this because this is nothing extravagant. I don't like to spend money on fancy stuff which are expensive. Isme bhi kaam ho jata hai. It costs like what, 10-15 bucks. So that is my palette. And if I want to draw my brush, I don't have a brush over here, but let's see if I can draw it. And then the hair of the brush. So it goes something like this. My brush has some color over here, so I'm going to darken this area. And to give the hair like thing over there. And maybe I can give a line over here. And that is my brush. Yay! Okay, I can see a diary, my planner, in which I write every day no matter what. I start by writing in my planner what work I have in the day because of the awesome memory that I carry from my purkhas and purkhis. Yes, I do blame them. I do blame them for my amazing memory. It's genetic, come on. I've seen it. My mom is facing, my masi is facing, my nani is facing. मैं कैसे बच जाऊँ यार? So that is why I have this planner that is like my lifeline. I have everything inside this, and it's the go thing with me, and you'll always find it in my bag when I'm traveling. So, and it's got these amazing spiral thing which holds everything together. And that is my planner. Isn't that good? All right. I know that you guys have got an idea about object drawing, but let me just draw a couple of more stuff. I can see a calendar over here. The calendar is tabletop calendar, so it is resting like this. Yeah, and then it's got this top thing over here. Then the calendar has all the dates over here like this. Yeah, I'm just randomly giving the stuff. It doesn't have to do anything with the number of months in actual life. For example, this is the May month 2020. Yeah, so I will kind of show thing like this to show और भी planners, I mean और भी months है यहाँ पे, ठीक है? So I will draw it something like this, go back, join it at the back, and we're done. It's even this guy has got the spiral thingy, so I'll just draw the spiral thing like this, and you're done with the planner. Oh, white planner, the calendar. Okay, let's see something else. Now if I have to draw my set squares and the protractor and the scale that I see, maybe I can draw this thing over here like this, and I can put my scale like this behind, because that's how it is kept right now on my table. Okay, yeah, so maybe the set square is having this, my scale is having the markings. You see how we are doing the object drawing? We have just taken the lines, we have just taken the outline of the object. We are not doing the actual, see, I am not calculating the scales over here. I am just going randomly to show that this is a measuring object, something like this. Something like this. Yes, so you can draw something that way. Now if I have to draw world map, okay, this is something that I come across really common. People keep asking me, Shweta, world map kaise banaoge? Yeah? Now, I am not going to take a globe and I'm going to sit and see the world map. No, I am not doing that. Okay? So, what I will do over here, I am going to draw a map roughly. Anything that comes in my mind, I'm going to draw so that it looks like a map. For example, something like this. You can fill it in with a black shade inside. It's totally up to you. So this becomes a world map. Now I have not seen this object, but I kind of know that the globe is round, and then I can go ahead and make my own shapes inside to show it as a map. Okay? I hope that's understood. Yes, now last one, I promise. It's very interesting, so I don't feel like stopping. ये कैसे भूल जाए यार, ये कैसे भूल जाए, है ना? How do we forget this? Impossible. You can color this up inside part if you want. Yes, so that can be done, right? Now guys, you can make your objects look a little more interesting if you add a cute expression to it. Dekha? Did you see the difference between a plain cup and a cup having an expression? I know we've done this in second or third session. I do not recall it correctly. But yes, you can do something like this, like this. Yes? And similarly, I can keep going and draw the expressions to all the characters, all the doodles, object doodles that I've done. Getting it? Did you get a hang of this? Yeah? Maybe in this calendar, since my birthday was on 11th May, I'll mark 11th, which obviously does not come here, but then I'm just doing it for the heck of it. Mark 11th, circle it, and somewhere did you get it? Did you get it or no? So I have made a calendar. I've marked my birthday, 11th of May. I got a connector. This is a connector basically. And I have shown a cake with a candle. I can light the candle like so and say happy birthday, Shweta. Yes? So that's what you can do with object drawing. I hope you guys understood this so far. Yes? Okay. Now, I want to show you something. What you can do is you can draw objects related to one theme also. Okay? Like, for example, you say food. So, whatever thing that you think in food, you can draw those objects instead of only writing. Getting my point? Yes? Or if I say, for example, travel, that is my most favorite topic ever. So if you say travel, you can draw different objects related to travel instead of writing. You getting my point? I'll show you an example. Since I said travel, let me show you something on travel. So when I say travel doodles, I can draw a camera, I can draw an aeroplane, a wallet of money, the luggage tag, my air tickets, my bag, my passport, my sunglasses, the globe like I said, my luggage, some pictures from my travel. ATM card, the map that we follow when we're visiting new places. My hotel key, my virgin mojito. If you're sailing, if you're having a beach time or something related to the sea, ball, pair of shorts, which is always there. Yes, so you can draw these things out instead of writing. Getting it? Now if I have to say, let's see, coffee. Again, I'm a big lover of coffee. So मैं चाय तो नहीं पीती हूँ, I hate it, but coffee anytime. So coffee, yeah. So, and I have tasted all these coffees: cappuccino, espresso, filter, frappuccino, decaf, long black, flat white, macchiato, and so on and on and on and on. To be honest, I love this Americano. My favorite. Okay. So these are the things that I can draw if I have to say coffee instead of just writing coffee. Yeah, even if you do something simple as a cappuccino, that also works for me. You don't have to draw all these things. Okay. So I'm a Starbucks fan and I always have this cup. I keep doodling on the cups also, on Starbucks cups. So if you want, you can go and try this, or a simple one like this. Okay. Now, if you say that, Shweta, we have to do only black and white stuff, why not color and this and that? So I have something for you. You guys can go ahead and color these doodles. Now, for example, food. Who does not like food? So I have drawn everything that I really love eating and I don't eat because I'm a fitness instructor as well. So this is once upon a time wali cheeze. So I have doodled them out and I have colored them with watercolors. So I use watercolors right now to color my doodles. You can use brush pens, watercolors, alcohol tip markers, anything that you like, you can go ahead and color it. For beginning, you can even color it with a sketch pen or different color markers. It's totally up to you. Alright? So you can go ahead and color the doodles instead of writing. You see how I've doodled these things? Yes? So you have to try things like that. Okay? So what are you going to do is try out different theme doodles. Okay? You can go like this also. You can go around and doodle the things around you, which you can see, which is in your house, which is around your house. You can sit in your balcony. You can observe things that are outside, like tree, leaves, flowers, bicycle, car, road, dog, cat, rat, mat, anything. Yeah? So go ahead and do that. And later, give yourself a theme and doodle the things related to the theme. Okay? So that is going to be one homework of yours for today. Since the topic is very easy, so we will have two parts of the homework. So part 1 is pick any theme. Okay? You pick any theme and draw 10 doodles of that theme. Pick any theme that you like. Food, travel, or let's say gadgets. Okay, anything it can be, any damn thing. Beauty products. Go ahead, unleash yourself, like unleash your creativity. Nobody is there to stop you. Okay, so pick any theme and draw 10 doodles, and please surprise me. Okay. Now, let's get into something really interesting. So now the topic that we are about to do is something that people are making their career in. yes, this topic is something in which they are making their career in, and they are doing amazing, superb job. Okay, hence that is the reason I wanted to introduce this topic in our session today. So I hope that you are excited to know what exactly this is. So without wasting further time, let's get into it. Okay, the topic is sketch notes or sketchnoting, anything you can call. Okay, so basically what sketchnote is, now for example, you are in a meeting, or you are in a lecture, or you are in a seminar, wherever, where there's a lot of information to gather. Basically, you can be even in your church, your temple, or any place where there's a lot of gathering, and there is a speaker and there's a lot of information to gather. So here is the place where you can use this kind of a thing. Okay, you can make it into conference meetings, school notes, journals. You can even write your travel log also. Okay guys, you can use it in your events. You can use it with your audiobooks, TV shows, movies, and a lot of other things as well. But I think I've given pretty much example to let you know what and where you can use the sketch notes. What are sketch notes? Let's get into that first. So sketch note is something where you listen to the information and you gather the important stuff out of it. Okay? Listen to me very carefully. I'm repeating it again. So you listen to the entire information and capture and gather the important part out of it. Okay? How you do it? Now, you cannot remember the entire seminar or a conference or a school lecture or your travel journey, word by word. So what we do, we make use of notes, lettering, fonts. Lettering, fonts are kinda same stuff. Okay, writing. Now this includes your handwriting and stuff like that. Okay, drawing. Yeah, so I think I would say that these are the few things that are required to make a sketch note. Okay, also along with this you have things like visual context. Okay, these are nothing but icons. Okay, visual context, but these are nothing but icons. You can draw something like, if I say a house was on fire, well, touch wood, I just hope that nobody's house is on fire, but if I have to say a house is on fire, then probably I'll just draw something like this, a flamey sort of a thing, icons. I'm just using icons. I hope that you get this. This is like kind of not a fire, but then fire. Yeah. Okay. So visual context, icons. Sorry. Maybe even a book is also a visual context. Yeah. If I have to draw this phone on which I'm shooting on, something like this, a visual context. Okay, after that you have something called as connectors. Connectors are nothing but things that connect your information. Okay, so something like this can be a connector. Yeah, then something like maybe like this can be a connector. Okay, getting it? Now maybe something like two lines like this can also be a connector. Then loop like this can be your connector. Even a simple arrow can be your connector. Maybe an arrow like this can also be your connector. You're getting my point? Even this wriggly ziggly stuff can also be your connector. Yeah? Even a dash line can be your connector, or a dot line can be your connector. Yeah, guys, getting my point? I hope you are clear on this. Next, you can go ahead and use bullets. Bullet points, not real bullets, but bullet points. Okay? So how you can use the complete circle. You can use this circle. You can use a star. You can use this thing. You can use a square. You can use a triangle. Yeah? You can use something like this. You can use a hash. You can use a lot of things to make it into bullet points. Okay? Now, something like there's the last few things to note. We did connectors. Now this is containers. Containers are something in which you can contain your information in. Okay? Now it can be a square. It can be a dialogue bubble. It can be a wriggly ziggly frame sort of a thing. Something like this. Yeah? It can be a squarish dialogue box. Yeah? Something like this. I love the Disney music behind us. It is so nice. Maybe I can use a thought bubble sort of a thing also. Something like this. Yeah? I can use this kind of a frame. Yeah? I can use a banner also. Now, what is a banner? Something like this. Yeah? And I'm going to connect these two. I'm going to connect these two. And I will shade this off. Something like this. So that'll be my banner. Okay? So these are the few things that I can use as containers. You can contain your information inside this thing, in these containers. And that'll be it. Also, I think the last one that I would like to say, you can also use faces. Now we have done tremendous exercise on faces. You can also use faces in your sketch notes. A normal thing that I had taught. You can maybe draw the face of the speaker or somebody who is the guest, you know, just to recall the person. So my speaker was really, really cute. Yeah, something like this. You've done many exercises, so let's not get into that. Okay, so you can draw so many things in the sketch note. You can start with the notes, the lettering, fonts, okay? Writing, drawing, visual context, connectors, bullets, containers, faces. Alright guys, so what happens in the sketch notes is that when you are drawing, when you are listening to an information, you can capture that information in form of all these steps that I have told you. You can include some writing, you can include some lettering, you can include drawing, you can put icons, you can connect the information using connectors. If there are important points to be noted, you can use bullet points and note them out. Yes. Now, if there is something important, some information to be given, you can put it inside the containers. So this is how you do a sketch note sort of a thing. Okay? I hope that I'm very clear. You have to collect all your hearing ability and your observations. You have to listen, you have to see, and then you have to start processing it. Okay? Once you are done processing it, you have to write it out. Okay? So let's just write down the steps before we all get confused. So you have to observe, you have to listen, observe or see is going to be the same thing. Okay? Then you have to process that information. Okay? Once you are done processing the information, you have to write it down on a piece of paper. And then later you have to decide how much to keep and how much to let go. Okay? And later you will start designing it. Okay? Structurizing it. And doodle it. Getting it? This is how your step is going to be. You have to observe the information or listen to the information, process the information, write it down roughly, decide what to keep and what to let go, start designing, structurizing, and once you're done structurizing, you can go ahead and doodle it. Simple? Yeah? Let's try one. I'm writing a very, very, very simple thing right now. Okay, so it does not mean that you have to do it simply like this. Okay? So I am going to draw a procedure. Okay? Let's see how the procedure comes out to be. How to make tea. So I am not going to understand, I'm not going to write the procedure, but I am going to use all the sketch notes, the fundas that I have told you. I'm going to use them. I'm going to make a kind of a doodle procedure. So let's see what happens. Okay. अच्छा देखो, जैसे मुझे चाय बनाने आती है, I am going to do it that way only. If you know any other way of making tea, please go ahead and do that. But the way that I know, I'll do that. Okay? So the first step is that we take a pan, patila, which has got a handle. Okay? And I'll put it on gas. I'm showing fire. You can show fire in any way that you like. Okay? Now I am adding water into it. Okay? So I'm going to add, let's say, I'm showing this water thing inside. Okay? So let's say I am adding we will write step 1, add half cup water. Yes? Let's move on to step 2. I'm going to draw the same pan. It is still on the gas. I'm showing fire like this. Yeah? Now after adding water, what do? I add about 1 teaspoon of tea and 1 teaspoon of sugar. So let's draw that. So I'm going to be drawing something like this. Okay, so step 2, add 1 teaspoon tea. Okay, and now I am showing this with a connector like so. Yeah, now I can add my third step over here. I'll draw the pan again, handle, fire. Yes, and it's got the teaspoon is filled with tea, so I'll do dot over here. Now I will add sugar. This is my teaspoon. I'm adding sugar. Yeah? So I will say step 3, add 1 teaspoon sugar, and I am going to add the connector like this. Getting my point how I'm doing this? Yeah, so this is roughly that I'm doing. So this is a kind of a blueprint. Later on, if I want, I'll go ahead and make a fresh piece with better understanding and better neatness. Okay, this is still on the gas. I have just added the sugar. Step 4. Step 4 क्या होगा? I'm adding milk. Okay, so maybe instead of making a cup again and show that it has milk, I will write milk here. So I've made milk a packet. Okay, it's flowing inside. So I will add half cup milk. Yes, and once I'm done that, it is ready. I will serve this in my cup. Yeah, I'll serve this in my cup. So I think I'll draw one more step. Yeah, so this is my cup, and maybe I'll show my pan. मेरी जगह कम हो गई, आप लोग adjust कर लेना. Okay. And incidentally, my cup has become bigger than my pan, which is not the case. Just because I don't have space, that is why I've drawn it that way. Please draw the pan bigger than the cup. I'm going to pour it, transfer in the cup using strainer. I forgot the strainer part. This plus the strainer. Getting my point? I'll use the strainer also. Later on, I have my tea ready. So maybe I can draw my cup a little bigger to show the end product. Something like this. Sasar. My tea. वैसे मुझे टी मैंने बताया ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं है, तो मैं इस जगह पे कॉफ़ी भी बना सकती हूँ. My cup is also very happy. So there is your garma garam tea. If I want, maybe I can draw a doodle of a girl. If you're a boy, you can draw a doodle of a boy, and she is holding her cup like this.
Nothing.
Yeah, not that bad. So this is how you will achieve your procedures. I have made some points over here. I've written down. I've used connectors, I have used doodles, I've used face, I've used expressions, I have used, these small doodles over here also. Okay, I will show you something which I have done neater than this, not for explanation's sake. So this is one thing that I have done before. It's a mini choco lava cake recipe that I had done a few weeks back, and it turned out to be really, really, really awesome. If you want, you can try it out, but I definitely want you to try out the recipe making in doodle form. You can see how I've done, and I've colored it with watercolors if you wanted to know. So I've given a heading in a lettering form, which we've done. I've started doodling the procedure. You can see I've doodled and I've written also. I've made a mixer, connected the biscuits. Then I'm showing this, grinding it for like 1 minute. Then the next step, these two steps ke baad ye tha, grinding it. Then later I transfer it into an appe pan. It's been given on a low heat for like 10 minutes. After which how I have done this, what all I have added, I have written here. And tada! I had amazing choco lava cakes, and they were amazingly delicious and yummy. So yes, you can make some procedures like this using sketch notes. Okay, so not only this, guys, you guys can also go ahead, write your travel blog. You guys can write your notes, your lab assignments, your favorite movie, your favorite TV show, different events, your achievements, your meetings, your conferences. So like I was saying in the beginning of the session, that people are taking this as a career. So there are artists who are today hired in big companies during their meetings, their conferences. They are made to sit in one place. They listen to the entire meeting, they jot it down, they make sketch notes of it. And when they do it fairly, when they complete it, they submit it to the company, and the company pays it for them. So yes, this is a career which is really trendy right now, and people are going crazy on this. So I would like you guys to think on it. It's a really nice opportunity to earn good money. And yeah, this looks good. So if you earn money which looks good, why not? Isn't it? So this is going to be a part 2 homework. You have to take any procedure that you like. It's not related to food or making tea or anything. It can be any procedure that you like. Small one would do, because I want you guys to get a hang of it, and make a sketch note out of it. Okay, so this is going to be a part 2 of the homework. So I hope that I'm clear on part 1 and part 2. Part 1 of the homework, pick any theme and draw 10 doodles of it. And part 2, you have to do a sketch note of any procedure, or you can even include your travel story or anything like that. Totally up to you, but it should be a procedure where you have a lot of doodles, your writing, your fonts, your connectors, bullet points. Also, you guys can go ahead, like I have used lettering, I've used fonts, I have used writing, I have used doodles, I have used connectors. Yes, so that is how I've done it, the way Same way you have to do it. Okay? So I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's session. It was really very important for me to tell you about this. So please submit me your homework on time. And I shall see you guys tomorrow with a new topic. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Keep doodling.